All right, good deal.
Awesome. Are you at your office?
I'm at the office right now. Yes, sir.
Awesome. Thank you for taking my invite and being here with us.
Yes, sir. Thank you for the invite.
So, Pablo, the reason I want to have go live with you on Facebook, I want to talk about a little bit about I Am Mastermind and kind of what have you learned for past, you've been here with us for a year, correct? Or more, a little bit more, right?
A little, a little
With
bit
I Am
over a year.
Mastermind.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes,
you've
sir.
been
A little bit
studying
over
with
a year.
us and I Am Mastermind. So, what have you learned? And how has this information affected you personally and professionally?
First of all, it has helped me grow. I have grown from where I used to
Mm-hmm.
be. Different thinking, different mentality. I see things different. I expect things to
Mm-hmm.
happen different. And as I can tell people, this is not something that you learn from day to night, and especially over a year, and then walk away and expect to, you know, earn not just money but the glory, and then from there, forget
Mm-hmm.
about it. You guys say it all the time. This is
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we ever stop learning. So I don't consider
Yeah.
myself, you know, the best one at it, but I can assure you that I'm different than from a year ago. Now, as a matter of fact, a little while
Yeah.
ago,
What
I was
changed
having a
in you?
thought. Uh,
What changed in you?
what? First of all, being around people like you, Abraham, being around people
Mm-hmm.
with that
Mm-hmm.
mentality, with that goal, with that aggressiveness of seeing the business. What I
Mm-hmm.
being a businessman and becoming one, and that was my goal.
Mm-hmm.
Becoming a
Mm-hmm.
business owner
Basically,
and be
what
able
you've
to.
done,
Go ahead.
yeah, basically what you've done is you changed the way you think. Now, Pablo is not the Pablo that was a year ago. You were able to change the way you were thinking to be able to get the result that you're getting right now. Isn't that
That
correct?
is correct. That is correct.
And that
Yes, sir.
happened through first thing that you were open to change and you were accepting the change. And there is something within that needs to change.
That is right.
Basically what you've done is, but basically what you've done is you were okay, you
Hmm.
consent to reprogram your subconscious mind, the way you view the world, the way you view
That's right.
yourself. And when you start doing that, what happened? You start getting different results. Is that
You
simple?
start.
The reason I
You
want you
start
here,
coming.
because
uh,
I want, yeah, go ahead.
You start. You start coming up with different circumstances. Circumstances.
Mm-hmm.
Things start happening for you. Before it'd be like
Yeah.
you thought about it and it'll slip away and it'll be like, what happened? Where did it go? And
Yeah.
now when you start thinking of it and dreaming of it, and the more you
Mm-hmm.
get in harmony with it, it just starts
Mm-hmm.
becoming, it's a burning desire. And I could feel it inside. And I tell everybody, you could tell everybody, oh, I want to do this. I want to have this. I want to do that. But if you just say it, you're just throwing it out there. You're not really feeling the inside
Mm-hmm.
of it.
Mm-hmm. Can you tell me a little about that? If someone wants to, if there's someone wants something really bad, what do they need to do?
I can tell you what I did. I
Okay.
sit back and learn. I sit back. I put myself to this
Mm-hmm.
material. I wrote things down. I didn't. I wasn't a writer. I can write, and
Mm-hmm.
everybody's like, you got a beautiful handwriting. But I wasn't the type of guy who would write down my goals. I wasn't that type of guy.
Uh-huh.
When I started doing
Mm-hmm.
this, and I just
Mm-hmm.
started telling myself, this is where you're going. I started giving myself that
Mm-hmm.
direction. I tell people, if you're not used to reading, if you're not used to writing, if you just change that and put it to work, things things change. Like that minute you do
Yeah.
it, you could feel it. Your hand starts telling,
Mm-hmm.
you're giving command to your mind to say, this is where you're going. This is the new you.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. So basically, what you're saying is writing is cause thinking, and thinking cause feeling, and feeling cause your action, and your action will
Correct.
give you the result that you want. That's why writing is
Correct.
very important.
Hmm.
So what is the major change that you experience for the past year by going through this program and basically reprogramming you? What is the major change for you? If
Uh,
I'll ask you the
personally,
one major thing, yeah.
I see the world with different eyes. I have different eyes of the
Mm-hmm.
world, and you know as well as I do. Back when I started doing this, you would text me, Pablo, don't get in harmony with it. Stop looking at it. And that Pablo wasn't this Pablo. Pablo doesn't have time.
Yeah,
I mean, yes, social media and all that, but I don't get in harmony with it. I changed all that. I
yeah,
started just letting go.
yeah,
If something didn't serve me, I would just let it pass. That's really
yeah, yeah,
that's the main change that happened to me. I used to be in harmony with
yeah,
something and got me ticked off, and I would be like fighting. I would just arguing. Not anymore.
yeah,
And I was like, that I don't need that.
yeah.
That's the
And
main thing
basically,
that I
what
have changed.
you saying you learned is something that doesn't serve you, you let it go. You come to that understanding. You come to the point that you understand that something doesn't serve you, you let it go. And by letting go, meaning that you're not going to feed energy into it. Most of the people, when they see something they don't like, they start processing it and they start feeding more energy into it. They don't want it,
Mhm.
but they start doing that. And that's what I saw you were doing. And I told you,
That's
hey,
correct.
Pablo, I need you to stop, because if what you don't want, when you start feeding more energy into it and you start giving it more thoughts and you start processing it, you're bringing more of that in your life.
That's correct. I'm gonna give you a
That's
good
right.
example towards that. Just not too long ago, there
Uh-huh.
was a soccer game going on. I walked by the TV and I look up. I kept on going, and my wife said, "Thank God." He said, "You used to be mad when that team was losing." And I said, "Did I?" She said, "Yeah. You used to be upset. The day
Yeah.
would be ruined when that
Yeah.
team was losing and you saw it." And I
Mm-hmm.
was like, "Oh, just another game."
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Yeah.
it's not
Yeah.
gonna that game or that sport is no longer in control of me. I watch it, and if I
Right.
have time, I watch it. If I don't, it's just another thing. My thinking has
Beautiful.
changed
So
completely.
so basically you're saying is you're in control of you, and your program is not. And what you're saying is you're in control of your result, not result in control of you. And that's a big deal. That's a common mistake that most of the people, the results or their circumstance or situation or whatever they're seeing, or other people's comments or other event in their life, is a control of them. And their starting point would be that what they don't want, and they start giving it more energy. And you decide, you make a decision, you got to come to the realization that when you don't want something, and when you don't, that something is not serving you, you let it go and you decide ultimately, right?
That's right. That's right. I decide now. I process the thinking,
Mm-hmm.
and I can pick and choose and say this is it, this is not.
Yeah.
Before I didn't do that. Before I would just,
Mm-hmm.
as soon as it came in, I would just get in harmony with it, good or bad.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
anymore.
Yeah. Now you choose. That's awesome. So what
Yes,
would
sir.
you, when I know I seen on social media, a lot of people might ask you, hey, Pablo, what is it that you're studying, or what are you learning from these guys? What is this I am Mastermind? And what would you tell them? What would you say about us?
I've had a lot of people ask me what I've done different, and
Uh-huh.
I had family notice what I do different now.
Mm-hmm.
Why did I change? Why I'm getting these results now? And I tell everybody the same thing. I said, is I changed my way of thinking.
Yeah.
Mastermind, it's a group. What it is you learn how to control the thought.
Yeah.
And I tell people, if you can learn how to control the thought and
Mm-hmm.
think what you're thinking of, it will change everything.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Everything.
Mm-hmm. So do
Yes,
you
sir.
think this is everybody can do that?
Only if you're willing to.
There you
If you're willing to
go.
let go of that old thinking, You will
Yeah.
be able to. It's not make. I cannot make anybody change. You
Hmm.
couldn't change me.
Yeah.
Abraham told me, this is what we do, but I
Yeah.
cannot make you change. You gotta
Right.
want to change, and I
That's
did it
right.
because I
That's
wanted
right.
it.
That's right. You got to be willing. That's right. You can't change people unless they decide to change.
That's
That's right.
correct.
So, what would you refer us to someone if you come across a friend that he was talking about, hey, I'm really tired, I'm stuck. I don't have any motive in life. You know, my life is not exciting. I'm looking for something new. What would you refer us to him or her?
I would just tell him, look at my results.
Right,
This is the Pablo 2 years ago, and this is the Pablo now.
right.
Of course I'm different. And when people tell me that I have changed, I like
Hmm.
it because I
Hmm.
have changed. I'm not
Yeah,
the same guy.
yeah.
You know, I do have a culture. We all have cultures, and I have beliefs, but we change the beliefs that would take us to that different level, to where
Hmm.
you actually want to go. And I
Hmm.
would definitely tell anybody what I personally done in the past, Taha, is to what I do with you guys now, is you come in, and if you don't think this helps you, it's walk away from it and go back to your old being, and
Hmm.
then come listen to this again because I've done it. I've done it. On a weekend that I don't get to spend time with you guys on a Saturday,
Hmm.
I don't feel the same. But when I do on a Saturday,
Yeah,
my weekend's awesome. Then I come in
yeah.
Monday and I'm on track.
Yeah, yeah. And why is that? Tell me why when you're not in, when you don't, sometimes you miss the class. What is the difference between when you start, you have that class on Saturday or you have class every morning when you don't have? What is it? What changes it makes in you, even though you've been studying this for a year with us?
You let the mind relax. You let the mind
Hmm.
relax and forget about what the focus is, about what the
Yeah,
direction is. That's what it
yeah.
is.
Hmm.
One day, you let the mind one day take a break.
Wonder, yeah.
One day, you let your mind one day get away from it, and
Hmm.
it's going to take probably a month or two to get back in track, and it
Hmm.
happens.
Hmm. Hmm. That's
Yes.
absolutely right. Well, we have a couple of people watching. If you guys have any question, you can put it on a comment from Pablo or I. But I've seen Pablo I know Pablo for past couple of years, and for the past year, he's has become a different man in a better way, and he has um, changed a whole lot and grow a whole lot, and he's serving. He's a great family guy. He's a great businessman, and he does very well. And all of that is because he made a decision. He made a decision to he made a decision that he's worthy, and he wants to get a better result. That's all he did. This information is for everyone. We might be different. We might be from different races, different culture. We might have different language. We might have different gender. We might have different physique. But end of the day, where the creator has created us the same capability. And when we understand how to utilize this capability, the life is it's awesome, and the life is something that we want to truly live every day. We don't just exist. When you look around, unfortunately, when you look around, most of the people are just existing. They're not living their life. They're just going from one day to another, one day to another, and it's sad to see that. But again, this information is for people that who really and truly want to change and want to change their life and becoming a better person, better result, live their life with a purpose, and going after their dreams.
That's correct. Taha, one last thing I want to add before you let us go is we got one shot. This is one life. It's
Yeah,
not going to happen again. You're not going to live your 40 years again.
yeah,
Why not changing it now?
yeah.
And I'll tell everybody, I wasn't going to wait until I turned 50 and 60 and try to do this. When I
Hmm.
was told that I could change my way of thinking and change my results, I said, let's do it.
Let's do it. Yep.
Yep.
Thank you, Pablo. I'm very proud of you. You've done a great job, and you keep studying, even though you have got the result that you want, you keep studying, keep working on you, because you know there's no limit. And
That's right.
and when you know that, when you know there's always more, you're happy, but you're not satisfied. You always want more.
That's right.
That's great.
Nope.
Thank you, Pablo, for your time. I want to do more live with you. Great message. And if you have any questions, I'm here. If not, I'll see you soon.
Thank you, Taha. Thank you,
Yeah,
everyone.
thank you for everyone who watched this live. Have a great day.